Welcome back to my channel, folks. Wildlife Ranger on YouTube for all things natural history. Today, the 4th of April 25, we are going to look at another early flowering spring plant which is often overlooked. The plant that we are going to identify is known as Barren Strawberry Potentilla sterilis. It's also known as strawberry leaf sinkful or barren sinkful, which is a plant in the family Rosaceae, which is the rose family. Much to the disappointment of small birds and children, this species does not yield the small, sweet red fruits as in its counterpart, the confusion species, the wild strawberry. It is without fruit. As always, before we embark to our trip to the field to find it, we shall look at the relevant features and characteristics which will enable us to recognise it and identify it in the field. Barren strawberry is a low-growing creeping perennial of the ground layer of no more than 10 to 15 centimetres high. The petals are small and white, the flower being no more than 1 centimetre and consisting of 5 white petals relatively widely spaced apart, which are notched. The sepals are long, extending slightly beyond the petal. This small plant of banks and pathways is often overlooked underfoot. Turning our attention to the leaves are toothed, often with a faint discernible white margin, and are trifoliate, the leaves being hairy on the underside as well as some degree on the top. The barren strawberry can be readily distinguished from the wild strawberry by the nature of the terminal tooth on the leaf being shorter than those on the either side. The following slide illustrates this clearly in the form of the diagram. The plant is generally found in dry places near old walls, banks or around pathways in shaded woodland, often associated with a relevant gradient profile. The barren strawberry is an early flowering spring plant, flowering between February and May each year. There is potentially one confusion species, which is the wild strawberry Fricaria vesca, and the following table helps identify differential features which may distinguish between the barren strawberry and the wild strawberry. So let us review our trek to the field in the following video, where we may relate the features identified to those on the ground. Well, that concludes the video on the barren strawberry. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this beginner's guide to botany and the early spring flowers, please help the channel become successful by sharing and subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.